Welcome back, boys and girls. It's the start of the week, it's Monday, and we're going to get started with our reading lesson today. And it is building comprehension through retelling our stories. When we retell stories to ourselves or to our friends or teachers, we better understand them. We get them into our brains a little deeper to remember them. So let's go ahead and move along, and I'm going to move myself over to here. We are going to be thinking about it like a roller coaster at first. A roller coaster has a beginning, and then a middle, and then an end when it's over. All right, toward the beginning, we start climbing up, and we climb up the story as well. Our midpoint is when we're in the most action part or action section of the story. And toward the end is when our story concludes and ends. But there's a really great way to think of the beginning, middle, end, a little phrase that helps us go through this roller coaster. And it's called somebody wanted, but, so, and then. Somebody is your character, your main character or supporting characters. They're going to do something. They want to do something. All right, that's the wanted. Somebody wanted to do something in the story. What do they actually want? And sometimes they encounter a problem. That's somebody wanted, but there was a problem. They had to work together, think of a way to solve that problem. That's where so comes in. Somebody, our characters, wanted to do something, but they encountered a problem, so they thought of a way to solve it. And finally, toward the end of our story, it's either our ending or how the problem is solved. And we're going to use this to help us to retell a story today. So we are going to listen to a story together, and it's called Yuki from Lost and Found. We're going to look at somebody wanted, but, so, and then. Thinking of these 5 boxes as our story starts. So let's listen in. And it's a very short 3-minute story, but it's a good one that fits these 5 boxes. And I'm probably going to have to back it up a little bit for you
around the neighborhood
to get it started, because it does this sometimes. Here we go.
Lost and Found, Story 3, Yuki. Hey, don't eat that, said Jack. He searched around in his backpack till he found half a bologna sandwich. He held it out to the dog. Here, he said, try this. The dog scarfed down the sandwich in one bite. You must be starving, said Jack. What's your name, boy? He checked the dog's collar. Yuki. Well, come on, Yuki. You can come home with me. Mom, look what I found, Jack shouted. Oh, my, said Mom. Can we keep him? I'll feed him and walk him. He won't be any trouble. He can't stay here, Jack, said Mom. There's no room in the trailer, and we can't afford to feed him. Besides, this dog belongs to someone. He's a purebred. Please, Mom, said Jack. I'm sorry, Jack, said Mom. Someday, when I find a job and we get a nice place, I promise you, we'll get a dog. That evening, Jack made a found poster. That morning, they made copies of it at the library. Then, they posted the signs around the neighborhood. Nobody came to claim Yuki on the first day, or the second, or the third. By the end of the week, it looked like no one would claim Yuki. You're going to be mine, boy, Jack whispered. And then one morning, an old woman came to the door. Yuki? Yuki! This is Mrs. Marino, said Mom. Thank you so much for taking care of Yuki, Jack, said Miss Marino. I was so worried about him. He was really my husband's dog, you see. The two of them spent every day together in Joe's studio until Joe died. I think Yuki runs off looking for his old friend. He's a great dog, said Jack. It looks like he feels the same about you, said Mrs. Marino. Mrs. Marino looked at Jack and Yuki, and then at the little trailer. Would you be interested in a job? She asked Mom. So Jack and Mom moved into Mr. Marino's studio. Mom went to work cooking and cleaning for Mrs. Marino. And Jack and Yuki? Well, Yuki never ran away again. The end.
All right, so that's our short story about Yuki. And I'm going to head back to our presentation here. So you can pause this video with your class or at home to think about somebody wanted, but, so, and then. You can either fill these boxes in on your screen or just chat about them with your teacher. So pause to talk a bit about that story and how it fits and retell it using these prompts. So now it is your turn to give it a try with your Just Right book. Remember, we're thinking about somebody, who the characters are in our retelling. What do they want? What are they doing? Do they encounter a problem? And if so, how do they solve this problem? And then, how does your story end? Or, how do they solve that problem too? And here is a little list of those somebody wanted, but, so, and then. You can keep that there up on the board or up on your computer so you can see that in your retelling to yourself. All right, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. All right, keep on reading, working on that stamina, and use this to help you retell. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.